Welcome back to Real Talk with Elliott Connie. I'm serious, this is really, really fun for me. I love to interact with people and I love to be helpful with people who are struggling with real things in their lives. So please keep sending the questions. This series does not exist without your questions. I can't make videos without your contribution, so please keep doing it. And today we have a question from a woman named Celeste Gatewood Galano. And she asks, how do I handle a sister who is toxic for me? When I read that question the first time, I had a like almost like a physical response to it. It is not okay for people to be toxic in your life, and you have every right to remove or put boundaries around people who are toxic to you. And let me explain what I mean by that. I learned early on that life, like you have the right to be happy, you have the right to be calm, you have the right to have peace in your life. And sometimes you're going to meet people that your happiness, your calm, and your peace is a trigger for them, and they become a threat to your calmness and your happiness. And it's especially more challenging when that's a relationship that you can't remove, right? Like if it's someone in class, in school that you're having a hard time with, you can move your seat or not associate with that person. But if it's a parent, a sibling, a child even, it's much harder. So I'm gonna say two things that I want to suggest that you do. Actually, I'm going to suggest three things that I want to suggest that you do to try to protect your happiness and your peace and your calmness. The first thing is to give a very, very strong effort to repair the relationship. And remember, this person is not behaving in this way because of something wrong with you. They're behaving in this way because of something with them is being triggered. And I have really, really learned in my practice as a psychotherapist and in my life that kindness wins. So instead of viewing this person through the negative lens, try to remember that they're just hurting and they're struggling, and try to love them in spite of their behavior. And that will often have a positive impact on the relationship itself. The second thing I will say is sometimes people continue to be toxic in spite of your genuine efforts to repair and have the relationship be strong. And I would say in those times, it is perfectly okay to give people boundaries. Like, I will not talk to you every day because it's toxic. I can only handle this relationship once a week or once a month or whatever. There's someone very close to me that has a relationship with their mother. And the mother was really hard on her as she grew up. And now in adulthood, she can only handle talking to her mother once a month. So that's a boundary to protect her calm and her happiness and her peace. And then the third thing, which is unfortunate, but there are times when you literally have to tell people, you cannot come into my life until you change your behavior. I am someone who I have not spoken to my father in many, many years because my father was very toxic in my life and conducted himself in a way that was very dangerous to me. Abuse, verbal abuse, it was really terrible. And then one day I said to him, I love you and I want you in my life very badly, but not unless you can follow these rules in my life. Not unless you can stop calling me names and stop cursing at me and stop putting me down. When we're physically around each other, stop hitting me. My father demonstrated he could not do that. So I said, don't call me until you can, and he hasn't called me. So sometimes you have to love yourself enough to hold people accountable. And if they don't change their behavior, then it's okay for you to have a boundary around them so that their behavior does not create such a negative energy and a toxic experience for you. Those things are hard and unfortunate, but when they happen, it's really, really important that you own and honor that you have the right to protect your own happiness and your own peace. So Celeste, I really, really hope that helps you. My heart goes out to you when you're in difficult situations like that. I have been in those difficult situations myself, but I know, my life got better when I started putting boundaries around the toxic person in my life, which in my life was my father. It was one of the hardest things I ever did, but my life got exponentially better, and I'm very confident that if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now. And you have to realize that it's not you. It's them, and they're making choices that are forcing you to make decisions to prioritize your own experience. So Celeste, I genuinely hope that helps. I will be thinking about you. I'll be praying for you. My heart and hugs go out to you. So everyone else, I hope you benefited from hearing me make this video for Celeste. And please send in your comments and questions. I love making videos for you guys. You can reach me by leaving a comment on this video. You can send me direct message on social media. You can send me an email. We'll pop the email on the screen here. You can even send me a text message. My phone number is 972-426-2640. And I cannot wait to make a video for you.